The future of the Eastern Cape is being rewritten by Coega, which is not only pouring billions into industrial and infrastructure development, but is also giving back to the province through high-impact corporate social investment projects that are changing thousands of lives. Coega invests over 9 million rand annually in 13 deserving causes, directly benefiting over 8,000 people with a ripple effect into their families and communities. The ability to drive a vehicle is taken for granted by most people. But for some, particularly those in rural or poverty-stricken circumstances, obtaining a driver's license is a major hurdle. Coega has held driver training, but mostly attracts graduates without licenses. The first phase gives would-be drivers the opportunity to learn in a safe environment from the seat of a state-of-the-art driving simulator before venturing out on the road. The second phase moves into on-road training with a driving instructor. Currently, Coega has 16 instructors working across the province with the driver simulators and on-road instruction. Coega also facilitates the learner's license application process and testing as part of its driver simulator program. In 2012, Coega assisted 398 people in getting a driver's license. In 2013, the target was 770, which is close to being achieved. The program is booming across the Eastern Cape, in East London, Mthatha, the OR Tambo and Chris Hani districts, Nelson Mandela Bay, and a series of rural areas are also benefiting through partnerships with higher education institutions. The successful pass rate is an indication of the dedication and proficiency of the CDC's driving instructors. The results speak for themselves. Coega has facilitated putting skilled and proficient first-time drivers on the road who can now access job opportunities and start contributing to South Africa's GDP.
I recently just passed my license. It meant so much because I gained so much with my license, and because it was going to be so difficult because out there, like I don't have someone to help me out and everything, and then driving lessons was going to be like something else, like more money and everything. So coming here was like such a great experience and opportunity, so yeah.
Well, and that's what the program was all about, is taking unemployed people, giving them the opportunity. And it's not just giving them the opportunity in the metro. We want to take it to the rural areas.
We found that people that have degrees and diplomas were more attractive in the job market, if I can say so, if they are coupled with a driver's license.
And that's the aim of the whole program, to help people that haven't got the ability to do this by themselves.
With the driving that a program that's aimed at people with disabilities, besides the being mobile, from not being able to move, they're now in a mobile state, if you can call it, and it gives them so much self-confidence. There's a difference in the person themselves. So it doesn't only impact on their status within the employment environment, it's also personal status and how they feel in their community.
I would like to say thank you very much to Coega and also our instructor, because he's sacrificing his time to come and teach us, because we are here, we don't know nothing, but he sacrificed his time and spent time with us. I say thank you, Coega.
I'd like to thank Coega for the experience and the opportunities they gave me, so that now I'm a licensed driver.
One of Coega's most recent CSI initiatives is its Maths and Science program, designed to support science, maths and technology education in South African secondary schools. The program offers learners a second chance at achieving the performance levels they need to get into university and be on their way to becoming the engineers, scientists, doctors and inventors South Africa desperately needs. Coega's Maths and Science Academy assists grade 12 learners who have either failed maths and science or need to improve their grades for university entrance, offering classes on weekdays and Saturdays.
I went to Nzondelelo High School. I started there in 2010. I was doing grade 10, grade 11 and grade 12. So we were battling in terms of getting labs and computers and stuff because we were not even introduced to computers at school. Having an opportunity to be accepted in MSA, I got a distinction in maths and a B in science. So I'm planning to do pharmacy now as my second choice in NMMU. Second semester because I qualify for those. But last year when I came, the first time I came to MSc, I wasn't qualifying for pharmacy, but now I qualify. So I'm just happy that I'll be pursuing pharmacy in NMMU.
The lecturers are very personal with us, so they'll actually really focus with you, they'll sit down with you, they'll speak with you about your problem areas and maybe re-explain for those who are, who doesn't really understand as quick as the others. We also had a thing where we used projectors, and the projectors were projected from an iBox. The iBox has all the slideshows we need, our textbooks were on there, so it made it very easy because we are the generation that we live in. We're more advanced to the technology side of how we learn and everything to make it more interesting for us.
We started by the 6th of May, which was almost at the middle of the year. But the results that we recorded are as follows. For physical science, we recorded 85.7% pass rate. And for mathematics, we recorded 71.4%. So for both subjects, we have recorded an increase of more than 40%.
Coega has taught me to believe in myself, firstly. I am more confident in what I can do and accomplish.
I think the passion is about the dreams that maybe as a person I did not fulfill or my peers aspire for them. You see, I think through Maths and Science Academy, that can be fulfilled, you see.
Because of the Maths and Science Academy, I'm able to achieve my goals in becoming a pharmacist, and my opportunities are more reachable, so meaning I can apply to various institutions.
I don't have words to explain how I feel about them. I'm just happy. I really thank them.
The Mobile Science Laboratories project is an educational intervention and guidance program aimed at encouraging and equipping learners for careers in science, mathematics and technology. The CDC sponsors 4 mobile laboratories which straddle 3 Eastern Cape districts, ensuring that the project has traction across the province.
The observation has been that the schools, they do not have equipment to cover the practical component. As a result, the learners, they suffer when they go to higher education. So we are here to work hand in hand with school, to work with physical science educator to cover the practical part of the subject from grade 10 to grade 12.
It helps us a lot because our school is not equipped, it's not well equipped. So they help us with the equipment and with more understanding. So they kind of explain the other things that we're not well familiar with.
We can confidently say that the program is actually yielding good results. If I can single out Mdantsane district, 2 schools there have recorded plus 90 pass rate. The biggest plan for the project, if we can, in all the schools that we're operating at, there is not a single learner that fails subject physical science. I think that is our goal, because if these kids, they graduate and become engineers, doctors or other science graduates, their life will never be the same again.
On behalf of my school, Zolotumo Senior Secondary School, I would like to thank Coega for bringing the equipment for us, because without the equipment, we would only have the theory, not the actual practicals, that we wouldn't be able to experience all that.
The 1995 White Paper on the Transformation of Public Service identified a 2% disability equity target for the employment of people with disabilities in the public service, with a deadline of 10 years. The deadline has been moved twice, but this has not stopped Coega from striving to meet and exceed this target. In June 2013, the CDC launched its Disability Affirmation Program by absorbing, on a contract basis, 9 data capturers, 2 call center agents, 3 administrators, and 1 maths tutor into the workplace. Through the Disability Affirmation Program, staff are sensitized to the needs of people with disabilities in the workplace, and likewise, the new employees have helped Coega create a suitable workplace environment for them. The organization went further to appoint 2 disabled candidates to permanent positions, namely Diversity Officer and Forensic Auditor. This is part of a series of groundbreaking moves by Coega to integrate and empower people with disabilities into the workplace. Coega would like to expand this program and has challenged other Eastern Cape businesses to follow suit.
I'm a forensic auditor. I was involved in a car accident in 2009. It broke my spine at C5 and I was permanently disabled from that point. At that time I was working for VW, and due to the permanency of the disability or the nature of the disability, I was forced to resign my position, and I was without employment for quite some time. I found out about the program through a friend, and I decided to try my luck. I put in an application, and I got to be employed permanently. And Coega has been very accommodative of my disability. It's actually given me opportunities to be able to harness my skills in internal auditing. And I'm starting further, and it's given me an opportunity to do that as well. And not a lot of companies are this accommodative of people with disabilities. People with disabilities are recruited sometimes to get the numbers, to get the books to balance for the BE scorecard. And Coega has shown us that they're not just doing that for the numbers. They've gone the extra mile to accommodate us.
I lead the program because I believe that we are all equal. Anyone can do anything. If you place your mind and you put your mind on it, you will be able to achieve it. And that's what Coega is trying to tell the industry, that they are as good as anyone else. They can be productive, they can do whatever it is that is required from them, as long as we give them the opportunity. And that's what Coega is doing at the moment. We're hoping that it's not going to be CDC only that's doing this project. We're hoping that at some point we're going to have all our investors participating in the program. We're looking for people that are going to knock on our door and say, hey, I'm looking for data capturers. Do you have 15 on your database? And we say, hey, we've got the people, we've got 15 well-trained people. Here, go ahead and place them. So we don't want to be the CDC leading this. We want every company in the Eastern Cape to be able to accommodate people with disabilities.
Coega's chess development programs aims to develop strategic young minds by providing financial assistance for the development of chess teams in African communities. It sponsors the Eastern Province Chess Union in the development of its teams and is also involved with chess in KwaZulu-Natal, where it sponsors the Nkandla team.
The chess program is basically targeted for previously disadvantaged areas, basically. So we go out to the schools where the gangsterism, where the poor is, where the people can't really afford to play chess. We give these kids opportunity to partake in this tournament or in chess tournament or in chess in schools, and actually show them, because none of them actually know there's a game like chess, and now we're actually taking it to them, and through the chess they actually learn concentration levels. It helps them with their mathematics and also helps them to improve themselves as an individual.
Currently now we have 4 schools in Motherwell. We have 17 schools in Sweden, Kwazakeli, New Brighton area. We're talking about 250 kids.
In this area, most learners, they like soccer. But now because there's chess, which is a new game, and a game that also it develops their intellect, they are coming more and more learners to the school.
Last year we had a mini tournament. After we've just started the chess team with other schools around here, it was the first time that they were involved in such a tournament.
There are a number of benefits to playing chess, particularly for the youth. Chess helps with development of analytical and decision-making skills, while enhancing higher order thinking, complex pattern recognition, and teaching the player to analyze and visualize actions and possible consequences. It helps motivate them to become willing problem solvers and logical thinkers. There are also a number of social benefits attached, such as improved self-esteem, confidence and respect for self and others, improved communication and interpersonal skills, team spirit, and appreciation for the value of hard work and concentration. These are all invaluable skills for a young person tackling the modern world and vastly improves their chance of success. We are very proud of this initiative, which is developing bright young minds in our province.
Coega is involved in 2 key projects in partnership with Zweden-based community outreach initiative, the Ubuntu Fund. In support of the fund's household stability program, Coega assisted with the placement of an additional social worker to assist with the Cradle to Career program. This initiative takes care of vulnerable women during their pregnancy, sees them through the birth and postnatal period through to toddler stages, and finally absorbs the child to the Early Childhood Development Center. Coega also supports Ubuntu's after-school program, which provides assistance for science learners in the form of a mobile science lab.
Coega funds a cradle-to-career model. It starts at the very beginning of a child's life and affects not only the child, but their caregivers as well. And it takes them through an academic, psychosocial, medical pathway that can lead to successful lives, stable health, stable careers, and a stable income.
First, we come and do the home assessment to see what is their need. The support that I give to the families is counseling and different types of counseling. Some of our clients are living with HIV. So HIV on its own will provide them with the acceptance of status counseling, the disclosure counseling, and the treatment adherence counseling.
That is our first step. It's what we call our family support. And we build upon that and bring them into our medical services at our fully functioning health clinic that does everything from distributing life-saving antiretroviral drugs to the most basic of things and managing the nutrition, the weight, the growth progress of a child. The Cradle to Career is truly that, and it ends with our programs that focus on career opportunities, scholarship opportunities, and is why this year we are graduating 5 more graduates and have placed over 40 children in jobs.
It's hard to say, in fact, it's hard to mention what Ubuntu does for me because they actually did everything for my family. I came into Ubuntu at 12. I was absolutely a little girl without knowing anything. But today, I'm a full graduate. I'm earning my own income. I am supporting my family. And the best part about it is I am independent.
It is truly a heartfelt thank you to Coega and the CDC.
I know that I'm an orphan, but I never felt of how is it actually like being an orphan. I never struggled a day. I never went to bed without food in my stomach. It's all because of Coega.
Coega's Youth Leadership Development Program is an annual academy focusing on enhancing leadership qualities in students in higher learning institutions across South Africa, especially those in the Eastern Cape. The program not only aims to equip young leaders with conceptual content and insights, but also brings them in contact with successful and innovative leaders in society. Coega's Six-Pack Career Guidance Program makes career information available to all Nelson Mandela Bay pupils living in the townships and the city's northern areas to enable them to qualify for a career for which they may have the necessary aptitude or talent.
I'm a student leader at school, so it was a thing for leaders and stuff. They were here to inform us about what to do to have a successful life later, and what steps must we take to have a brighter future. It was fun because we learned new stuff, and I was motivated to pull up my socks.
What I really learned is that how to make your mark, how to be remarkable.
Our role is to provide benefits to communities on projects that we're involved in. A big interest of ours is amongst the youth. How do we ensure that they find opportunities? It's providing hope, providing guidance, and getting them to think of what is the plan they have for their future. 47% of the jobs that exist by 2020 will have been taken over by computers. Career guidance is merely the starting point for a journey, providing a gateway to opportunity for employment and sustainability in the Eastern Cape province.
Coega has assisted with the establishment of a Centre of Excellence for Choral Music in schools and supports music development as a key contributor to the creative economy.
Bella Voce is a local youth choir based in New Brighton. We established the choir in 2008, October, and it's different youths that come from local townships in Port Elizabeth. It's either matriculants or school dropouts before matric, or it's FET college students. They don't yet have access to do music formally at a university level. We focus mostly on choral music and classical music, a bit of opera sometimes. We do competitions. We also do community functions, corporate events as well. And we also are involved in music education.
We practice music, how to respect others, and how to communicate and how to work as a team.
Coega is our sponsor. It's the sponsor for the choir. So when we do have competitions outside PE, they pay for our transportation, they cover our accommodation. And if we have concerts, which we have them annually here in Centenary Hall, they cover all the expenses. And as of 2013, they started paying performance fees for the choristers as well.
I'm very thankful to the choir, Bella Voce, because I was always at home doing nothing, but I couldn't find where can I go after work, because there's nothing like choral music. It's less with choral music in this location. So I'm very thankful to Bella Voce because I'm no longer in the streets now, listening to people gossiping about people. I'm always spending my time here in the choir.
What actually attracted me, or rather I'm passionate about, is the hunger to learn from these kids, but also the talent they display musically, and it also uplifts them emotionally and spiritually.
I love choral music very much, and the people of the choir, we are like family in this choir. And when I'm here, I feel at home. I feel like I'm talking to my sisters and brothers, so that's why I enjoy being here in the choir.
Coega is building social infrastructure by constructing houses for destitute families, as well as creating legacy monuments in areas where prominent struggle heroes come from, and providing recreational facilities to historically disadvantaged communities.
No one knows that what happened exactly on the day because it was only the granny, but the pass-by, somebody that was passing by saw the smoke in the house, and then he just ran and then also to pull out the old lady from the fire. And then that's what that I know for the day, but we don't know exactly what happened. And then I met the Coega at the Centenary Hall that they have their road show that, and then I spoke about this issue about the granny, and then they applauded me in the hall all the time, so they accepted my request so that to build a house for the granny. By giving the information to the people what services that they render for the community. One is part of the thing, the information session that we get from the Centenary Hall. It was the great thing for, more especially for education for the community, also for education and training in their premises. So it's one of part of the things that people were applauding on the day that Coega was here.
Ndiyambulela uCoega ke for indlu yam ndibe nohlala kuyo ndonwabe ndiphile ngoYesu Kristu Nkosi yam.
Because of the Coega now, things have been changed through our continent and also our country. So now Coega is also making sure that our economy has been building our economy through their programs, and also that we are so grateful that we have such kind initiatives within our region so that it can help our community to build its own economy.
Coega CSI initiatives are tailor-made to meet certain provincial shortfalls by focusing on skills, education, training, and human development. This focus ensures that Coega is not only giving back to communities, but is equipping the people of those communities with long-term skills and giving them access to livelihood opportunities that ultimately feed back into and stimulate economic participation within the region. There is a seamless weave of relationships in place, which ensures our CSI is high impact and long-lasting rather than fleeting and simply charitable. We do not endorse short-term donations or limited CSI, as it is neither sustainable nor truly impactful. We have expanded our CSI reach over the past year, with a core focus on scholarships and bursaries, our Maths and Science program, and the broad driver training program. In the future, Coega will focus on developing its latest programs, which include the Maths and Science Academy and absorption of people with disabilities in the workplace, as well as various training initiatives. Our focus on sustainability also ensures that our CSI filters through our entire organization, through job creation in our internship program, environmental protection, heritage and culture alignment, training and skills development, business partnerships, enterprise development, and continuous engagement with communities.